Jason Doomsday is one of the big guns in the world of golf. With 12 PGA Tour victories, a PGA Championship and a Players Championship to his name, the former world number one has made a name for himself on the course. However, nothing prepared us for the turn of events when Day slumped to 79th in the rankings in 2021. With his impressive resume and what many might even term an incredible but short run in the sport of golf, we can't help but wonder if there's more to this pro golfer than meets the eye. What demons could he possibly be fighting? Well, in this video, we'll be showing you what secret Jason Day has been hiding, so make sure to stay with us until the very end of this video to find out all the juice. Jason Day, an Australian professional golfer, a PGA Tour player, and 2015 PGA Championship champion, shot to prominence in 2015 when he was placed 1 in the world golf ranking, even if it was only for a week. He was born on November 12, 1987 in Bow Desert, a small town in Queensland, to a Filipino mother and Australian father. The Australian golfer learned the game as a child in the outback, where his father enrolled him as a junior member of the Bow Desert Golf Club at the age of 6. He was given 6 holes per day at Bow Desert and played there frequently for 2 years before relocating to Rockhampton with his family. Day began winning tournaments as an 8-year-old in the cities and districts around Rockhampton, where he had his education at the nearby KOORALBYN International School, which featured an adjacent golf course. As a child, it would seem Day saw golf, dreamt golf, and lived golf. Already on the path from a young age, he later went on to the Golf Academy at Hills International College, where he improved his game under his coach Cole Swanton. At the age of 13, Day earned his first tournament victory as an amateur in 2000 at the Australian Masters Junior competition, with 2 rounds in the 80s and 2 rounds in the 70s. He later went on to win 3 significant amateur competitions in 2004, including the Australian Junior, the Queensland Amateur, and the Callaway World Junior Championship Boys 15-17, and would finish 2 junior seasons as the Order of Merit champion. And before going pro in 2006, he'd won another 3 amateur championships. Talk about the perfect journey to the top. Well, that's Day. After winning the NEC Master of the Amateurs in Melbourne, Australia, Day qualified for the PGA Tour for the 2006 season and subsequently entered into a very lucrative endorsement agreement with TaylorMade Adidas and started participating in professional tour events via exemptions. In his early PGA Tour competitions, he would go on to place as high as 11th while making the cut in 5 of his first 6 events. While he won the Legend Financial Group Classic in Highland Heights, Ohio, on the lesser nationwide tour, he became the youngest golfer to ever win a PGA Tour sanctioned competition at the age of 19 years, 7 months and 26 days. Jason Day is indeed a trailblazer. He entered the PGA qualifying school to secure a spot on tour for the 2007 season after earning more than $160,000 his first year on the circuit, but eventually narrowly missed qualifying in the final round. However, this champion's life was not always a bed of roses. How? Well, Day has always been open about his troubles with poverty while growing up. He has also been very open about his father's death, who many believe to be his idol, having introduced him to the game of golf. However, it recently became known that there were some childhood demons that the Australian golfer had chosen to keep private. Day granted an interview with Golf magazine where he talked about the physical abuse he suffered at the hands of his father, Alvin Day, who he described as a violent alcoholic. Shocking, isn't it? Day recounted how his father punched him with closed fists when he was 11 years old after Jason shot a poor score. This bout of abuse became the order of the day for Jason. Jason's father eventually died of stomach cancer when he was 12 years old. While he credits him for introducing him to the sport, Day is also adamant that had his father not died in his youth, he would not have become the star he is. According to Jason Day, his father's demise set off a series of events that led him to topping the international rankings. But before the international rankings came, there was a storm before the calm. After his father died, Day experienced a downward spiral, taking to the streets, drinking and fighting. Day's mother, Denning, sent him off to KOORALBYN International School with its golf program as a last-ditch effort when he had completely spiraled out of control. For her son's travel expenses, she even had to take out a loan, and Day later went on to study at Hills International College, where they had a golf academy. At Hills International College, Hills borrowed a book about Tiger Woods from his roommate and inspired him to improve his golf by practicing early in the morning, at lunchtime and in the evening. He used the book's report of Tiger's scores as his benchmark for improvement and a standard for his own wins. Day's time at the college marked a huge turning point in his life as he later became the golf icon we know now. Sadly and surprising, after 2015, things started to go downhill again. At the 2015 June US Open, Jason Day suffered a debilitating bout of vertigo. The Australian was clearly affected by the condition as he repeatedly collapsed during the tournament's second round and even had to lie down on the grass to rest. I learned a lot about how far I could really push myself, not only physically but mentally as well. Day told CNN while talking about his battle with benign paroxysmal positional vertigo. Despite his battle with vertigo, Day finished strong, entering the final round at Chambers Bay in Washington tied for first and finishing equal ninth. Impressive, right? But there's more. After the events of 2015, Day seemed to experience a dry patch in his golf career. There was a gradual descent in his rankings and he started counting fewer wins. In 2018, Jason Day made a comeback, however short, with his triumph at the Farmers Insurance Open seeming to indicate that he might be returning to being the best golfer in the world. It was his first victory in almost 4 years after a challenging 2017, which included his mother being diagnosed with lung cancer and initially being given just months to live, and his wife Ellie experiencing a miscarriage during Thanksgiving. Another win at the Wells Fargo Championship a few months later was further proof that he was on his way back to being at the top. Only it wasn't. In fact, since the 2018 Wells Fargo Championship, he has yet to record a single victory. He had even a worse year in 2020, losing 14 cuts in 36 starts and having to withdraw from 2 tournaments due to a serious back injury. More recently, he shared his hardships and sincerely acknowledged that he cannot continue performing like this because it harms both his body and mind. "I'm a different player than what I was 5 years ago. I'm a different person. I have different priorities," said Day, who's also juggling a hectic family life after welcoming the birth of his 4th child in 2020. He admitted, "I can't work as hard as I used to just because of my body, and I'm okay with that. I'm not trying to do the exact same thing that got me to number 1 in the world. I know that if I did that, I wouldn't get there because my body couldn't handle it. So I've got to somehow be able to kind of learn as I go along and try and adapt as best I can." Day's physical impediments also seem to have taken a huge toll on him emotionally, and speaking about these troubles, he added, "We all battle demons, especially as golfers. It's such an individual sport. I just want to try and discover that golf is not the thing that defines me." Well, without a win since 2018, Day hopes that working on his body and mind will extend his career for a decade or more. But we know, and even he knows, he's at crossroads. Many have been left wondering if the pro golfer's incredible run has truly come to an end. What do you guys think? Is he capable of making a comeback, or will he be forced to call it a day on a career that could have been so much more? Let us know in the comments below, as we'll be reading all your takes. Now, we'll be doing something very special for one of our subscribers when we reach 1,000, so do subscribe if you want to be the special one, but most importantly, if you love getting to know your favorite golf players, as we're devoted to make Golf Untold your go-to spot for all your golf entertainment and education. So, until next time golfers, and by the way, the next video will be a huge one, so see you there.